What's going on, everyone? So, Shiba Inu cryptocurrency, is it over for SHIB, or is this just a minor setback? Well, I've been saying this a lot, and I've talked about in my other videos. Basically, is once we're in a bear market, only the strongest are gonna survive. And look at it right now. We are literally getting wrecked overall, not just SHIB, but just in general. Bitcoin has dropped significantly. And I'm showing you guys this first because you're probably wondering, like, oh, why is everything down? Well, literally everything is down, except it's not down micro. Like, this is huge. The amount of money that it dropped is, it's literally 700 billion now. Like, we were at what, one something trill down to 700 bill. And you can see all the other cryptos. We're in the Red Sea right now. Now let's go ahead and one, I'm gonna show you guys SHIB, and then two, I'm gonna show you like why this in general is crashing. And then you guys can make your own decisions. And so remember, guys, this video is my own opinion. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. So be sure to do your research before making any investments. But looking at SHIB right now, down 30, 31, depending on what time you're looking at it, it can vary. But so it seems like it's not too crazy yet. If you're looking at the chart, it's kind of crazy. And I was saying this a lot before my previous videos, that SHIB, the guys who made the most were the guys who got in before the crazy hype and then sold within, any of these areas above. Even above technically this high point, they would have been profitable. Now we're seeing it just ridiculous, right? Obviously, there's a lot of catalysts, Vitalik, donations, and then also now this new article, which was, one was posted yesterday, but there's a new update today, which I'll show you guys in a second. But just here's my general, let's just at the numbers actually first. So now we're at rank 31, so we have lost, I think, 5 spots since. I think we're at 27 the other day. Market cap's 4.3, pretty much 4.4 bill. And volume is 2.7. So it looks like the volume actually has slightly increased from yesterday, which I think is interesting. And we can look at the 1 day, it's probably easier. And we can see that people did decide to buy in this little dip over here. So it doesn't seem like it's free falling all the way down to its norm, or say its original low point here yet. But this is what I'll say right now. So if Bitcoin, aka what you guys saw earlier, were to drop tomorrow and continue to drop for the next week, then this price, I most likely think it's going to drop. It could be the complete opposite, that one outlier that doesn't follow Bitcoin. But based off right now, it seems like it's following exactly what the market does. So you guys got to keep an eye out on that in general. Two is just the overall volume. I mean, it's up now, but if this were to significantly get cut in half or just even lower, then yes, this price could potentially free fall back down, because there's really no support. So when things go up super high to where it's almost a straight line, there's nothing supporting it to maintain this until it starts to consolidate sideways, right? Which it hasn't yet, right? Now, could these be the base levels? I mean, we don't know yet, because if Bitcoin keeps falling, then guess what? This is probably going to copy what Bitcoin, aka everything else, is doing. So worst case, I mean, you're looking at these price points here. Now, I could go on TradingView and see the percentage, but I'm sure you guys can see it's not too far off from reaching these high points and basically these recent points here. So now you're probably wondering, why is this happening? What in the world is going on? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and I'll just do the obvious one. The first one I mention all the time is, if the market turns bearish, Bitcoin starts to drop significantly, we see it maybe hit 30, 25, even 20 or lower K, then that's pretty much the king of crypto getting taken off its throne pretty much, and the market basically will follow suit. And like I say in my other videos, these cryptos that don't really have any sort of problem or technology that they're solving, that another crypto doesn't do better or could not replicate easily, then those most likely, aka the joke, the meme tokens, everything that is just made for fun, will eventually fade away, and you will only know if they survived after the bear market does its thing. And this isn't even like the full bear market. If this were the case, this is technically the start of it, which it seems like it is. Then it's going to take a few months to really see if this actually makes it out, or if what happens the next few days, this could continue to drop. We don't know yet. But that's the first indicator, is how the overall market is doing. And these meme joke coins, like I say again, it's like going to the casino, it's like gambling. Because yes, if this does get the marketing people talking about it and there's a community, yeah, you could see the price fluctuate. But once the community fades away, now the thing is, a lot of people have lost money recently in the past few days. And typically, if they're new to the game, they might have been like, oh, it's over, I don't want to touch this anymore, I'm pretty much out of it, right? That is a part of the community for a lot of these new cryptos you see. Hence, they're gonna leave. Guess what? That community, that vibe, that energy before, when it was going all the way up to the moon, dies away. Hence, also the coin momentum will die if there's really nothing that it does aside from just people being in the community, right? Now, that's just my first thing. But here's the second thing. And I'll make another video on this in more detail. But basically, China, there's like a new ban they're trying to put on cryptos. Now, I've seen this again back in 2017. There's something similar to this, and it literally crashes the market just like that. So, it's all, I don't know. I'm not going to go into like the details on what I think or why they do this stuff, but I'm sure you guys could probably figure it out. But in general, this was one of the reasons, right? And like you can see here, this is comparing it with like 2017. And I'm seeing this already, so it's not really, a shock to me. But for people new to the space, they're probably, panicking. They're like, yo, we can't believe they did this, right before summer, all this stuff. So basically, let's just go ahead and see what in the world is this, and does this affect SHIB, or does this affect the overall market? Now here, let's go ahead and see this, right? So they say it made it clear that institutions must not accept virtual currencies or use them as a means of payment and settlements, nor can institutions provide exchange services between cryptocurrencies and the yuan or foreign currencies. So that right there, that's not good, right? This is basically saying virtual and or trading cryptos with essentially their currency and or foreign. It's not. It doesn't seem like they're allowing it, which basically defeats the whole point of cryptos. Because how are you gonna buy a crypto if you live in China? You don't have nothing but the local currency, right? And we can see here they're prohibited from providing cryptocurrency saving, trust, or pledging services, and issuing crypto-related financial products. And virtual currencies must not be used as investment targets by trust and fund products. And they also said they were to urge two-step monitoring of money flows involving cryptocurrency trading and coordinate more closely in identifying such risks. Now, there's a lot of more, let's say, detailed stuff like history about these bans and talking about, additional things related with China, but just note that that's not good news because yes, they do this. I think seems like, I would say seasonally, but they do this occasionally. It seems like, and eventually, what's gonna happen? They're gonna probably revoke this or just switch up the rules how they word it in the next few months. So it's not like in 2017 they say they're gonna ban something, and the next thing you know they change the rules because it seems like you can still trade in Asia. But why do I say that affects SHIB? Is because if you look at the market, the majority volume being traded is from Chinese exchanges. So if this were to affect anybody or anything to do with these exchanges, which happens to be majority of the locations in Asia or China, then that's not good, right? Because they basically are controlling majority volume, which you guys can see here of SHIB, and hence if something happens to their rules and they have to follow some new regulations and or big institutions with most of the money that can actually trade and do big volumes can't mess around cryptos, then that's not a good sign. Now, obviously, there's more details of this story, and this is just one article, so we don't know the accuracy of this or if that even affects, the normal retail people. But that's definitely something to keep an eye on because certain countries, their rules, regulations will affect you regardless if you live there or not. So if you're from the States, but you're messing around with some currency, for example, like SHIB, that's majority Asian traded on exchanges at least, then that's something you have to keep your eye on because if tomorrow they decide to just straight ban everything, this price of most of these exchanges that trade these cryptos, it's not going to be good for them. But again, that's just me giving my own opinion. This could be completely fine. We don't know yet. But again, keep an eye on the overall market because if Bitcoin doesn't maintain its levels, which it literally already dropped so much, then we could see this continue to drop even more. So we'll have to wait and see. But aside from that, let me know your thoughts, your comments in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.